What's up, lords and ladies? Welcome back to another video on this channel. So as you can see right here, we got Penelope. Now she is super unhappy. She's very nippy. She does not want to be handled or bothered. And Penelope, as many of you guys may or may not know, Penelope did suffer a seizure earlier this year, and she's been in the recovering phase. And just like how any of you guys out there who have dealt with animals recovering from illnesses or from injuries, it's an uphill battle. So she's been having her ups and downs, and honestly lately she's not been eating. And as you can see, she has lost a tremendous amount of weight, which is probably the reason why she is also stressed out. So trying not to like stress her out too much, but yeah, she has lost a bit of weight. Ooh, yeah, she just tailed with me. Oh my goodness, girl, you okay? But I wanted to make this video to show you guys how I'm going about this. You know, the medication did work. It got her eating. It did help her out, as well as giving her food and providing her with the proper nutrition did help. But there's certain things that you can't control, and that is when animals just don't want to eat. No matter if you're jamming syringes in their mouth and trying to get them to eat, they might puke it out, as you guys may have seen with my struggle with Blue, my bearded dragon. A very similar type of thing. Penelope is an older bearded dragon, so you do want to handle this with care. Now, right now, what I'm going to be showing you guys is sort of the routine that I'm going through with her to keep her going. I'm hoping that she could go bounce back and start eating on her own like how she was doing before. So I'm just going to be very gentle with her and just show you guys exactly what I'm working with. She's still very active and she still runs around. As you can see, she's very still nippy. Her eyes look very alert. They're not like sleepy, and she doesn't look like she's dealing with anything, but she's definitely not eating. And this is a huge concern, the fact that she has lost weight around this fatty part of the tail. But I do strongly believe that she is able to bounce back, as she did bounce back into eating, and she gained a ton of weight, more than what I was expecting. But recently she went again off food and started losing weight. No matter what I do, sometimes I'll go in there with a syringe, sometimes I'll do other things, but no matter what I do, she just tends not to want to eat. So what I'm going to be doing right now is showing you guys the routine on how to go about this. So the very first thing is, if your bearded dragon stops eating, don't panic. But if your bearded dragon starts losing weight, you know, Penelope here is almost at that extreme. You know, I don't like seeing bearded dragons or reptiles lose weight, but Penelope, because she got a seizure, she just wasn't able to bounce back. Something may have triggered in her body to just not want to eat. Could be stress, it could be so many other things, but I'm keeping her alive and I'm keeping her going, and I do strongly believe that I could get her to bounce back. Now, with consulting with the vet earlier, they gave her medication, and the medication did work to an extent. It increased her appetite and it got her back on food. But right now what I'm going to be doing is offering her some Repashy grub pie. Now, I like using this product here, whether it is through a syringe or giving it through the actual proper way of giving it to them, like in that gel form. Now, this is actually not Repashy grub pie, it's Repashy Beardy Buffet, but it's a very similar product to Repashy grub pie. It's made by Repashy Superfoods, so I highly recommend you guys look that up. You know, for the longest time, these couple of days, I've just been syringe feeding her, but I'm gonna offer her some food and see if she wants to eat. I'm doing it outside of her enclosure, but if I do it out here and she eats, then it's a really good sign. So I'm hoping. Come on, girl. Now, sometimes what you gotta do is, in her case, I know that she opens her mouth. So if I could get her again to open her mouth, I could squeeze a little bit in there. Sorry, girl. Come on, girl. Yes. Yes. So this is a really great sign. Oh my goodness, yes. So she's not eating on her own. I still have to like put it in her mouth, but like you could see her face just kind of, oh my God. You could see her face just light up with like, she recognizes food. So for the longest time, I've been trying to feed her inside of her enclosure and she just did not want to eat. So I don't know what necessarily it is, but every time that I did feed her, I also did take her out to feed her sometimes. So I think a little bit in her is still thinking like she wants to come out and eat type of thing. As many of you guys know, when I recorded videos with her, doing feeding videos, I'll take them out to eat and it'll get them excited and everything. So I think something like a pattern is still embedded in her where she didn't want to eat inside of her enclosure, but I take her out and she immediately starts eating again. So it's just a matter of trial and error. But honestly, I'm super happy that she is eating once again. I'm hoping that she will take one more cube, but I don't want to force her. Just a huge accomplishment on getting her to eat one, but it looks like she might eat another. Come on, girl. So I want you guys in the comment section down below, just put those prayer hands so Penelope could recover, because it would be awesome to put her back in these videos. But she's in that recovering phase where she hasn't bounced back from the last time she had a seizure. So I'm hoping that this time around I could get her eating again. Yes. Come on, girl. Good girl. Good girl. But honestly, I'm just super happy that she at least ate some of this rapashi grub pie. I think that method or that thought process of, you know, I used to take them out all the time to eat, you know, in videos and in different things. I think it's still embedded in her to basically eat food outside of her enclosure. At least it sparks like something new, something different. So, you know, this is kind of a sign that, you know, you do have to try different methods, sometimes different strategies when it comes to feeding your bearded dragon. But in this case, Penelope did at least eat 2 cubes of this beardy buffet. So I'm super happy that I was able to get some food in her system. But right now, I'm not going to stress her out too much. I'm going to place her back inside of her enclosure, keep her nice and warm. But hopefully you guys in the comment section down below, put those prayer hands for Penelope, as well as learned a thing or two when it comes to keeping bearded dragons. But with that being said, I'm Lord of Lion. Keep the blood pumping, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace. Here we go.
You gotta hit that notification, hit that notification, hit that notification button, baby. You gotta hit that notification, hit that notification, hit that